Hi everyone. Now we'll be looking at minor test 4. Okay, so section A, vocabulary. Number 1, Jacqueline was a great school athlete in her juvenile years. Okay, so this is the question from your common exercises. Okay, juvenile years. So when Jacqueline was young in her school, she was a very great athlete. Okay, juvenile here means young. Okay, 2, it is illegal to sell cigarette to someone under 18. So cigarette means 香烟. Okay, illegal in Malaysia, it is illegal. 非法的. If you want to sell cigarette to someone under 18, when you go to the grocery shop, you can always see a sign there. Okay, that says that people who are under 18 cannot buy cigarette from the shop. Okay, so it is illegal. Number 3, the police have successfully caught the escaped convict. So escaped convict, 逃出的囚犯. So police have successfully caught. Escaped should be a person, someone. So in our vocab choices, we have convict. Okay, a bad person, convict. So police should catch a bad person, right? So our answer should definitely be convict. Okay, 4, the policeman fined here means 罚款 the driver for his violation of traffic regulations. Okay, violation here it will usually appear together with the word of, violation of something. Okay, violation of something 你就是不遵守哪一个东西 violation of what. Okay, so number 5, don't and do not are negative forms of do. Okay, don't and do not 它们是 do 的那个 negative form. Negative forms are those word with not. Okay, negative one, no, not. Okay, number 6, that student was punished because he likes to defy his teachers. Defy his teachers means that maybe the teachers instruct the students to do something, but that student do not want to follow the instructions, so was punished because of that. Okay, 7, Queenie spent most of her money in the first week and consequently had very little to eat by the end of the month. So this person, Queenie, she spent most of her money in the first week of the month, and consequently 结果就因为 because of this thing, because of spending most of her money in the first week, because of this, cause the thing at the back, cause something happened. Okay, because of something in front and it caused another thing at the back. So the effect is that she had very little to eat by the end of the month. Okay, 就到月尾的时候她 very little here means money, refers to money. She had very little money to eat by the end of the month. Okay, so consequently here means 结果. So 8, most voters support the enforcement of immigration laws. Okay, immigration law here means 移民法，就是关于那些related to the immigrations, the laws related to those. Okay, 关于到跟移民有关系的那个法律。Okay, so here immigration law. So most voters, 大多数的投票者 support the enforcement of these laws. Okay, enforcement means 执行，这个法律的执行。So number 9, human trafficking is the crime of buying and selling people or making money from work they are forced to do. Human trafficking 人口贩卖 is a crime 是一种罪 of buying and selling people. So even if you are buying people from someone, you are also doing a crime. Okay, of human trafficking 就是买卖人的买卖 or making money from work they are forced to do. So you catch someone and you force that person to go to do some work, and at the end you take all their money from them. Okay, so that is also considered as human trafficking. Okay, number 10, athletes must undergo a mandatory drugs test before competing in the championship. So athletes here means 运动员 undergo 去经历过 yes, undergo a mandatory drugs test. Mandatory here means 有必要的、必须的、必须强制性的 drugs test 去验尿，看你有没有服用任何的就是可以让你的身体比较强壮的那些药物 before competing in the championship 在参加比赛之前。 Okay, so 11. Our school places great emphasis on written work and grammar. Okay, place great emphasis. Usually emphasis will appear together with place or put. Put emphasis of something. Place emphasis on something. Okay, and also on. Emphasis on what? Okay, so 我们 this sentence means 我们的学校在很着重于书写的功课还有 grammar 语法。Okay, so 12. She knows that her husband longs for a children. Long here means really wants a children, but she still had an abortion without telling him. So this person was pregnant, and she knows that her husband longs for children, really wants children and loves children, but she still had an abortion. 还是去堕胎 without telling him. So 13. He has admitted committing several crimes like fraud, theft, drug trafficking, and murder. Okay, fraud here means 诈骗案 several crimes 几项罪名 Okay, admitted committing means 犯罪 so usually we'll say commit a crime, committing crime. Okay, so next one. The armed forces managed to control the rebels in Sabah from causing further harm and damage. So armed forces, this one is the sentence from your common exercises. Okay, the people who go to the street and they want to fight for something. Okay, rebels. 15. This new evidence will prove their innocence. Evidence here means 证据. Okay, so evidence will prove their innocence. Usually prove someone's innocence, prove innocence of something. Okay, well, proof 证明他们的清白 proof this word will sometimes this word will appear together with innocence. Okay, so let's look at section B, tenses. Number 1, Shu Xin your answer should be, this one should be has been cheated by the salesman for a long time. Okay, so here, has been cheated by the salesman, because in this sentence, for a long time is a keyword. Okay, when we say for a long time, we do not know whether this action has ended or hasn't. So for a long time, usually this keyword, our answer can either be present perfect tense or present perfect continuous tense. Okay, it depends on the word or the verb. But here in the sentence, since it is a passive voice because of by, we know that it is passive form. Okay, so your answer should be present perfect tense. Okay, because we do not have a passive form for present perfect continuous tense. Okay, so your answer should be present perfect tense, passive, has or have been, PP. We choose has because of Shu Xin, one person. So has been, and our PP cheated. Okay, number 2, after the room had been cleaned by Cheng Xuan, she arranged the flowers in the vase. Okay, so here, you can see that we have a keyword after, so we know that we have 2 actions here. Okay, one happened before another. Okay, she arranged the flowers. So here you have another keyword, arrange in past tense in the vase. So we have 2 verbs here, clean and also arrange. Okay, and after the room had been clean. So here, clean, this action happened first before arranged, past tense. So we know that our answer should be in past perfect tense. Okay, if there are 2 actions, one happened first, another one happened later, and the second action is in past tense form, our first action should be in past perfect form. Okay, so your answer should be past perfect, and we have a by here, so it should be past perfect passive voice. Okay, past perfect passive form, format, had plus been plus PP. So had been PP clean at ED. Okay, number 3, Zoe would have done her homework if she hadn't been disturbed or had not been disturbed. Okay, two answer, hadn't or had not, both are acceptable. So, by her mother. So in this sentence, our keyword, first keyword is if. Okay, if you say if, you should know that it should be if conditional. Okay, the next thing that you need to find is the verb. So verb here is would have done, would have pp. Okay, would have pp. When you say would have pp, we know that it should be the third type, the impossible type. Okay, impossible, would have done, would have pp, impossible. So if you have would have pp, impossible, another part should be had pp, past perfect, right? Another part should be past perfect. But this sentence, since we have a by here, it shows that this part should be a passive form. Okay, this action should be a passive action. So we should use past perfect. We know that this part should be past perfect, right? We should use past perfect and passive form. Had been pp. Okay, so your answer should be had together with not, so hadn't or had not been, and pp disturbed. Okay, so there are some students who ask me about this. Why in this sentence, our verb here, this is a active form. Why is our answer here is in passive form? Okay, you need to remember this when you are doing if conditional. If conditional means that we have two clause. Clause means short sentence. Okay, one sentence, this one is the main clause. Zoe would have done her homework. This is the main clause. And another one is the if clause. The clause with if she hadn't been disturbed by her mother. Okay, these two clauses, you can have this clause in active and another one in passive. Okay, it is possible to have this. So when you are, if the blank is given in this clause, 如果它的空格是在这个部分的，你就要看这一个短句里面，它到底是主动句还是被动句。你不可以从另外一个短句，就是前面的这个短句这个 main clause 来看，这一句是 active 还是 passive。就是这两个短句，它们属于就是一个独立的短句，所以它是 active 还是 passive， 你要从它那个短句里面来看，你不可以从前面那里来看。Okay, so if you are still unclear with this active and passive for if conditional, please PM me and I will explain to you again. Okay, so number 4, if Xiao Tang were selected as a prefect, she would be supported by her classmates. Okay, so this we can see that there's a if here. So if conditional, okay, and our verb were selected. Okay, were selected, this is past tense. So if you have past tense, we know that this should be if conditional, second type, unlikely, right? It is a wish or a dream. Okay, so she would be supported by her classmate. So because we have past tense, we know that it should be unlikely. Okay, was selected, this is in passive form. Okay, was selected in past tense. Another part should be would support or would be supported if it is passive. Okay, active, would support or would be supported in passive. So here we have a by, so we know that it should be passive form. So would be supported. Your answer would be supported would be PP. Okay, so number 5, if Jiaqi performs the dance gracefully, she will be selected to join the team. So in this sentence, keyword if and performs. Okay, you have if and performs. Performs is the present tense. Okay, right. When you have present tense, we know that it should be likely. Okay, if conditional, likely. So performs, likely. Another part should be will original verb, right? Simple present tense. The partner should be will original verb. So, but let's look at the sentence here, this part. She, to join the team. She select to join the team. So if she is the one who select someone to join the team, if it is active, 如果它是主动句的话，它就会选 select means 选 选人去加入这个队伍。But there's nothing at the back after select. There's no noun. 在选的后面没有名词。So it shows that this should be a passive form. 他是被选的人。So it's a passive voice. So your answer should be passive. So as I said just now, if it's active, will original verb. Passive will be PP. So your answer will be PP select plus ED. Okay? So next one. If I what enough time, I would have written to my parents. So your keyword is if. Okay, and also your verb here, would have written, would have PP. So you see, would have PP. This should be the third type, impossible, right? Would have PP. So when you have would have PP, another part should be past perfect, had plus PP. So your answer should be had, because had is the format, had, and your PP of have is had. So your answer should be had. Okay, next one, 7. The phone has been ringing for a few minutes and it is still ringing. So your keyword here, for a few minutes. Okay, duration of time. For a few minutes, it has lasted for some time. And it is still ringing. 它已经响了几分钟，直到现在它还在响。So this should be present perfect continuous tense. Okay, started at unspecified time. Okay, 在一个不确切的时间，不知道几时开始，然后维持了一段时间，直到现在还在进行。So it should be present perfect continuous tense. Your answer should be has been ringing. Present perfect continuous tense format has, have, been, verb ing. So here we choose has because one phone. Okay, so has been ringing, verb ing plus ring plus ing. Okay, number 8. Please don't make so much noise. I am studying for my online test. Okay, this question is from your exercise. The exercise that I've given to you, and I have discussed this before, so I won't go through you anymore. Number 9. By the time I started high school in 2013, I had been studying German for almost 3 years. Okay, this is also the question from your exercise as well. Okay, the keyword here is by the time, started, and for almost 3 years. Okay, German here is a language, 德文. It's not relating to the country or the people. It's the language, German. Okay, last question. Breakfast isn't served in this hotel before 7 a.m. This I have also discussed with you before. This is also from your exercise. Before 7 a.m. is not really the keyword here. Okay, this one is the rules of the hotel. It's talking about what the hotel, the rules of the hotel, when the breakfast will be served every day in this hotel. Okay, so that is why we should use simple present tense. Okay, so that's all for the explanation. If you have any question regarding any part of the minor test, or you're not sure why your answer is wrong, you may PM me and tell me about it. I'll explain to you. Okay, so yeah, that's all. Thank you.